Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, we are talking about a couple out of Columbus, Ohio. Police in Columbus, Ohio are investigating the deaths of Spencer and Monique Tepe, a married couple who were found shot to death inside their home in the Winland Park neighborhood. What we know so far is that there's not much. Police are being really silent on this, but there is some new information regarding the time they are looking for. It is even further. And we're going to talk about that 911 call. What does it mean? And we're going to maybe profile some things in this. Just hang tight. Got a lot to talk about on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smile through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turn my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me stand. Judged by the gloss, not the cost. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearl. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul, through the fight and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curls, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube, but you have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is January 4th, 2026, and I just messed up all of my buttons. Hold on. Okay, let's fix it now. Did I mess it up again? Where'd it go? Guys, my buttons aren't where they normally are. Today is January 4th, 2026. The current time is 9:49 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Had to put that button back where it belonged. Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Tonight, we are talking about the Columbus dentist and his wife tragically unalived in their home, the place where you should be the most safe, your home. While his two children were in the home, they were thankfully okay. But now we're getting down to some better timing. This person's going to be caught. I believe they probably even know who it is at this point, but we'll get to all of that in just a moment. Guys, before we get started, if you don't mind, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button and share the live out on any of your social media platforms. It would mean so very much. First, I wanted to do a little side note here. Um, our friend Tiffany Marie, uh, our hearts are absolutely with her right now. Her only child, only son, uh, has passed on. Uh, he passed away yesterday. And I cannot begin to tell you how sorry I am, Tiffany, that you're going through this. This is absolutely the worst, the worst. And there is no words that I can say or do to take away any of the pain. But please know that I am here for you, and so many others are here for you when things get quiet. Yeah. Um, so if you pray, um, if you don't, please send prayers, good vibes, thoughts, love, all the good energy toward her and her family. Right now, it's a devastating loss. It's a club nobody wants to be in, and everybody fears that if you're a parent, if you're a parent. And I hate cancer. I fucking hate it. Yeah. So please send thoughts and love and prayers and all of that. Um, I sent her some flowers on behalf of ICU, and I sent some flowers on behalf of the channel uh, for our deepest sympathy, and just knowing that we are thinking about her and her family. And Godspeed, David. Godspeed, my friend. Very tragic. Very tragic. Yeah. Yeah. It's me, Jen. Yeah. Yeah. So, anywho, thank you all so much for joining me. We're going to get right into it. And hopefully, these two are going to find justice. Um, you know, sickness can come to any of us at any moment, any of our loved ones. And that's hard. It's very difficult. Those are things we can't help, right? But in this case that we're talking about today, it is someone so twisted, so demented in their head that they ended the lives of two beautiful people that were deeply in love, as far as we know. He was a practicing dentist, and they had 2 beautiful children together. Imagine that. Hating someone so much for whatever reason, whether it's jealousy, love, love. You don't unalive somebody you love. Let's, you know, get that right. Um, or whatever. But that they act upon it. They plan it and they plot it to take away these children's mother and father. Money is one as well. Yes. Yes, Jen. Thank you all so much for joining me. Happy Cappy. Thank you so much for your support, my friend. Really, really do appreciate you for renewing. I think you renewed Happy Cappy. Thank you so much, dear. Good to see you. And Lori Man, thank you so much, honey. I do appreciate your support as well. Thank you, my love. Good to see you. Thank you for being a member here on the Pearl family. Hey, Lakeside. Jen, Jerry Lynn, Dolores, Lori, Debbie, Brandy, always an indie. Sherry, good to see you. Jen is not late today. How you doing? Tina, good to see you. Yes. Yeah. So, you can always go to Tiffany Marie's uh, wall on her channel. It's you can just type in Tiffany Marie, um, and one of her posts that she's posted previous. Um, just offer your condolences, maybe some words of comfort. Good to see you, Miss Italy. You live 12 miles. Wow, very, very close. Very scary, right? P girl, good to see you. Um, let's see here. Good to see everyone. Thank you all. Miss Dolores, good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much. Hi, Justin and Pearls. Hello. Good to see you, my dear. How you doing, Miss Dolores? Blessings to you, my friend. Allison, love, strength, prayers. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Thank you for your support. All right, guys. So let's get with it. There is cameras right outside their door, and I just want to show you this. There's lots of rumors, shall we say, going around about this, and we truly don't know at this point who did something like this. We are going to take a gander at what maybe some profilers would think, uh, the type of suspect that they're looking for. And we'll go into all of that here shortly as well. Now, people are saying, according to some of the, I guess, the family and friends, and they're saying that their bedroom wasn't in the basement. He entered the back door, and their bedroom door was locked so the kids wouldn't go inside, which is really interesting. Really interesting, right? Um, I mean, I can see that, I guess. Sometimes, parents need a little privacy or whatever, especially when they're that little. I don't know. Um, Maybe they lock their doors, maybe they don't. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Exactly. So, I found that a little bit interesting ooh, what to do with that? Okay. Why does it keep popping down? Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Wendy. Good to see you, my dear. 13 months, girl. How you doing? Yes, you're one of a great, great part of the family. Aw, thank you so much, Wendy. I appreciate you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. Means so, so much, my dear. Good to see you. And Tina, 18 months. That's your text from me. It's about the case. Gotcha. Thank you so much. When did you text me? When did you text me? Let me see about that. Mm-mm. I don't have anything from you. Can you resend it, babe? Can you resend that? Did they have a silencer? You know, that's a good. We don't know, but that's a good point, Nadia, because remember that the neighbors allegedly said they heard a thud at some point, right? And they could also hear the kids crying outside. I don't know if that's when they got like closer to the house or whatever, but Amy, you're funny. That's funny. A silencer isn't really silent. It's not as silent as I mean. There's different calibers of silencers as well, right? A really professional silencer is silent, but that's usually the kind like, in my opinion, the Russians use. Watch some of those documentaries, girl. I'll tell you that. Okay. Um. Oh. Okay. Where did you hear that at? Okay. Um. Someone just said that might make a little bit more sense. That's very interesting if that is the case. Someone just said, just text me, that the door was locked after the unalivings, which is very interesting. So the kids couldn't get in. That tells you a lot about the killer. That does make more sense in my opinion. I agree with that, true crime junkie. No, you can lock the door from the inside and close the door. Okay. Um, yeah, yep. This is someone who this is definitely personal. This is definitely personal, and there's only a few different types of uh people who's going to do something like this, right? Okay, so we're going to get to a few things here. Let's get to a few things here. This is a very, very interesting case. This came out just a little bit ago. Make sure if this is okay. Okay, here we go. Guys, if you're just joining us, just make sure you hit that thumbs up button.
Is asking for the help of Central Ohioans in the shooting death of a couple at a Wineland Park home. Tuesday, officers responded to a well-being check on North 4th Street. There, they found Spencer and Monique Tepe dead from gunshot wounds. Two children under the age of 6 were found unharmed in that home. Police are searching for video, photographs, and digital evidence, including suspicious individuals and vehicles in that area where the incident occurred. For information on how you can submit those tips, head to NBC4Ride.com.
Okay, so there is a new article that just came out. Oops, actually, this local. I'm not sure if this one's going to say it, but then if not, the next one is. We're looking at a 3-hour window now. We was looking about at a 9 or a 10-hour window. Now we are looking at approximately a 3-hour window. I don't know. People always say that people are swingers and all this stuff. Who knows, And if they are, who, you know, I don't see it this I mean, I don't know. What people do in their bedroom is, I guess, up to them, but um you're going to hear a bunch of stuff, and most of it's probably not true to begin with. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get with the program here. Here we go, y'all.
Police department is now asking for your help in trying to solve the murder of Spencer and Monique Tepe. At the QR code just to the side of me, that is what they want you to scan. They want you to send over any digital evidence you may have. That means photos or videos that were taken on the morning of December 30th between midnight and 9 a.m. That was the morning police found the bodies of the murdered couple shot in their home. Co-workers of Spencer Tepe came to the house after he never showed up for work. Police found the couple's 2 young children crying inside, their parents deceased. Nearly a week after the bodies were found, with no weapon at the scene or a sign of forced entry, there is no suspect. On your screen is a map of the area. Police are hoping witnesses will come forward if they saw anything or anyone suspicious in the areas of Summit Street to Grand Avenue between East 7th Avenue to East 11th Avenue. As the family grapples with the loss of the Tepes, they're asking for help as well, creating a GoFundMe to help family members provide for the 2 children the couple leaves behind. They say they're overwhelmed with the amount of support they've gotten from the community. In Columbus, I'm Rocky Walker reporting.
All right, so there we have that. So I want to get to this article that is local, and they they probably know a lot more because they are local. And it is by the Columbus Dispatch, now looking for a 3-hour window. Columbus police seeking video from 3-hour window in the Winland Park pew-pewing, right? A Columbus police evidential portal seeking video evidence in the shooting death of the Winland Park couple is now only seeking information in a 3-hour window. This tells you that they are on to something. They are on it right now. And they're narrowing this down. I don't think he was married before, but this is one thing that I do hear. And in my opinion, in her vows, she wrote to Spencer. She says, she kissed a few frogs or toads. I can't remember how she said it, and been in some relationships. From what I understand, she was married before, right? Was married before. And if she was married before, I've heard crickets rumors that that's also an interesting potential theory. Not saying that's what happened because we have no idea, but Spencer and Monique were found dead in the morning of December 30th with pew-pew wounds in the home of the 1400 block of North 4th Street. Their 2 children were also found in the home, though unharmed. As of January 4th, that is today, Columbus police homicide detectives had not publicly identified a suspect in the shooting and have released little new information. However, the timeline they are seeking evidence from has changed in a submission form Columbus police publicly provided. January 2nd, asking residents to assist by providing video of any suspicious people. The timeline narrowed from between midnight to 9 a.m. That's what we first knew. It was a 9-hour window, December 30th, to between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. Police are still requesting any video uh, to be submitted. Requesting any video from Summit Street to the east of North Grant Avenue, to the west of East 7th Avenue, to the south of East 11th Avenue to north. So we have a 3-hour time span now, significantly, um, you know, much tighter time span here. 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., that is when human beings are at their most vulnerable, by the way. That's why many times, if there's a bust, the FBI or anyone, they're gonna knock on your door at 3 a.m. They're gonna bust down your doors at 3 a.m. Right. So that tells me a little bit, in my opinion. Police are still requesting. Okay, I already read that part. Columbus police did not immediately respond to a call seeking comment on today. Columbus officials continue to ask that anyone with information about the unalivings to contact the Columbus Police Homicide Unit 614-645-4730, or you can submit a relevant video via the QR code. And that's the QR code right there. Okay. Now, very, very interesting. So this happened with what we're thinking about 2 to 5 a.m. 2 to 5 a.m., which is interesting. They were found. Well, they weren't unalived in the basement, Sam. They weren't unalived in the basement. They were unalived in their master bedroom. He was Spencer was shot more than Monique. From what I understand, he was several times. They have done a portal where you can submit information to. This is it right here. It's very similar to how, like, I've requested FOIAs many times from the Columbus Police Department, and it's very similar to the portal with how you submit like FOIAs and stuff like that. So, very, very interesting part right there. Okay, now let's go here. I want to go over this 911 call as well. I know a lot of, like, this is going to be someone, in my opinion, that, again, that you people only unalive someone generally for only a few certain age old reasons, right? Love, if you will, right? Or feel like they've been wronged in love, or jealousy, money. Um, what else? Um, Help me out here, chat. In my opinion, a female who one or both familiar. Well, yeah, it is sus. It is sus. Justin, didn't the coworker see the deceased through the window? The one of them did. Revenge, business, which is kind of like money. Rugs, which is kind of like money too. It kind of all there's kind of like main types, and then there's the subtypes out. Money, love, revenge, right? That's jealousy, right? But there's very few, statistically, your affairs, love, kind of thing. Um, love, money, rugs, jealousy, revenge. That's that's about it. And that's a good one. That's a good one. Children, that happens as well. Insurance fraud, yeah, but it's kind of money as well. Dreamcatcher says this seems to be more like jealousy, in my opinion. Very interesting. Um, you never know. Okay. Thank you so much for sending that to me. I know you looked hard for it, girl, so I appreciate that. Look at this, guys. All right. Has there been any update? Okay. It's been stated that the bedroom door was locked to keep the children out after the unalivings. That seems to support personal concern for the children, question mark. No forced entry support that they knew that the unaliver for sure. I wouldn't go too far as say for sure. We presume everyone always keeps their doors and windows locked day and night, but there are plenty of exceptions to the rule. So there are definitely situations where the lack of forced entry would not rely on the dwelling knowing the intruder. Um, the police say that there is no forced entry. I mean, they say that, and that can truly only mean a few things, right? It can only mean the doors were unlocked, you knew the passcode, you had a key, or I mean, I don't know if you can, like hack a doorknob or something now. I mean, who knows? But uh, that's really it, right? And if you have a key or know the password, that's obviously someone that knows you. Obviously, they may have let someone in too. Yes, thank you. That is absolutely right, Becca. They could have let someone in. However, I don't think that they would have I don't think that they let someone in. Just my opinion on that. And the reason is from 2 to 5 AM. Not that someone can't be let in at from 2 to 5 AM, but they're saying no forced entry, right? So if it to me, if they, if it wasn't if they would have opened their doors or something like that, they might have said, uh, someone walked up and they opened the door and we're looking for this person or whatever. But it is possible. Anything is possible. I just don't know how probable that is, but it's a very good point. Um, I was going to say, a lot of times people unlock the garage doors, but their garage is detached, right? From what's being said, they came through the back door. Um, and to me, let me show you their house real quick because the way that their house is laid out, it really only you have to either go through. You'll just have to see what I mean here. Bear with me as I scroll through all of these. Okay. So this is their can I save this? See if I can save this. Yeah, perfect. All right, look at this. Because to me this is their backyard. There's a gate here, there may be a gate here as well. That's the front. The other side's the front. Okay? So you see that. Now, this is behind. This is the like behind us where we were just looking. Right here. Okay. Now, if a person, did come from here, from over here, um, they could have jumped the fence or whatever. If there, I wonder if there is cameras on the other street here. Probably, probably. Um, but did they come through this way? Because from what we're hearing, they went through this door right here. This person obviously knew the layout of the house. At the very least, they could have looked at the pictures. But this person, I would, in my opinion, whether someone paid to have someone unalived or they did it themselves, this person knew that house. This person knew that house. In fact, think of this. Their wedding was at this home, their wedding. And that person may have been at their wedding. That person may have been at their wedding, right? And that's kind of scary. That's kind of scary, right? That's going on, to say the least, right? Okay. I want to go over this 911 call real quick. And just to let you know, right here outside their home, there's cameras right there, less than like 50 feet or something from their home, which is kind of just kind of scary, just very scary. Okay. Where's the 911 call? Let me find it here. We got it somewhere. Bear with me, guys. The family also did put out a statement as well. Damn, what did I do with it? Okay, well, this is new. So let me just play this while I find the 911. Here we go. Here we go.
Central Ohioans in the shooting death of a couple at a Wineland Park home. Tuesday, officers responded to a well-being check on North 4th Street. There, they found Spencer and Monique Tepe dead from gunshot wounds. Two children under the age of 6 were found unharmed in that home. Police are searching for video, photographs, and digital evidence, including suspicious individuals and vehicles in that area where the incident occurred. For information on how you can submit those tips, head to NBC4Ride.com.
Okay, and that didn't give me enough time to find that 911 call. Okay. Trying to find it here.
New information.
Okay. Here's a brand new one. All right, check this out, guys. As I find this 911 call, because this is something we got to go over, because there's something that's, I don't know. We'll see.
National attention. We've tried to talk directly with Columbus police, but they tell us they have nobody available to answer our questions on camera. Now, homicide detectives are asking for the public's help. 4 friends carrying flowers and a soccer ball, keeping the memorial alive outside the North 4th Street home. where Spencer and Monique Tepe were found brutally shot to death Tuesday. Their 2 young children found unharmed inside. Unlike Tuesday morning, the crime scene tape and police cars that were parked outside are now gone. But we did see police doing guard duty at 2 homes belonging to relatives several miles away. Those relatives didn't want to talk to us, and neither does Columbus Police, who told us, since this is an active investigation, we have no updates to provide at this time. Earlier this week, a CPD spokesman told us detectives were hoping the cameras around the Tepe's house and on the street would point them to a suspect. But now, days later, homicide detectives are asking for help. They need anyone who may have video, photographs, or digital evidence, including suspicious individuals or vehicles from Tuesday, December 30th, between midnight and 9 a.m., to reach out to them. And the request covers more than just the couple's block. It's a huge area that covers Summit Street, North Grant Avenue, East 7th, and East 11th Avenue. The couple's bodies were discovered just after 10 Tuesday morning after workers at Spencer's Athens dental office asked police.
Now, they say that Spencer is always on time. Now, he is definitely loved. Whose father is a judge? I don't know. I don't know. And I was thinking, oh, really? Spencer's father's a judge. I did not know that, actually. Also, sometimes doctors and dentists can be, if a patient feels like they're wronged as well, they feel like they were, damaged or whatever.
To do a welfare check since he didn't show up for work. Officers found no obvious signs of forced entry and no gun was found at the scene. The Tepe's children, ages 4 and 1, are now in the care of relatives. On your side, Terry Sullivan, ABC 6 News.
In just the last couple of hours, we received a statement from the family of Spencer and Monique Tepe.
Rodney Dunnigan is here. Rodney, they are absolutely devastated by all of this.
Jessica and Mike, they're calling this situation senseless and tragic. They say the couple were extraordinary people whose lives were filled with love, joy, and a deep connection to others. We're getting a better look at who Spencer and Monique Tepe were. Their family sending us a lengthy statement. They called Spencer a devoted and proud father, a loving partner, and a friend to everyone he met. They say he was warm, intelligent, and endlessly welcoming. Spencer was an OSU graduate, member of the American Dental Association, and fluent in Spanish. Their family says he was deeply committed to serving others, giving back through big brothers, big sisters. Sports was also a big part of Spencer's life, being a huge fan of the Bengals and, of course, the Buckeyes. They go on to describe Monique as a loving, patient, and joyful mother whose warmth defined her. She had a background in childhood education. Monique was also a baker.
Mr. and Mrs. Tepe.
Their family shared this video from their wedding. They also say Spencer and Monique shared a beautiful, strong, and deeply...
That's a good question, Angie. How far is his drive to work? I know where the practice is, but I don't know like how far it is. I didn't check that. It's weird how they mention he speaks Spanish. Well, that was his minor in school, so. But could be something. Oh, wow. Someone saying an hour and a half over an hour. Someone saying it's 30 minutes, 75 miles, I heard. 1 hour, 15, 20 minutes. Hey, Gypsy. Okay. We can look at that in a second. We'll look at that in a second.
Happy relationship.
This is them dancing in their home.
They loved to travel.
By the way.
They were proud parents of their 2 children and their beloved golden doodle. And they go on to say that they're heartbroken beyond words and no outcome can ever undo this loss. They say they're committed to seeing this tragedy fully and fairly brought to justice and honoring Spencer and Monique by protecting the future of the children they love so deeply. Reporting live in studio tonight, Rodney Dunnigan, ABC 6 News.
Spencer Tepe worked at the Athens Dental Depot. They put out a statement to their customers saying it is with heavy hearts that we share the sudden passing of our dear colleague and friend, Dr. Spencer Tepe, as well as his wife, Monique. He will be deeply missed by our team and the many patients he cared for over the years. Our thoughts and sincerest condolences are with their families and loved ones during this very difficult time.
Thank you for watching the ABC 6 News YouTube channel, bringing you breaking news.
Okay,
stories,
so I'm
sports, and
checking
original content.
how far that is. Bear with me as I pull this address up. Okay. It is the shortest distance is an hour and 10 minutes. If you use US 32, it's an hour and 32 minutes. Wow. Check that. So he drove. I mean, that's hour and 10 minutes or an hour and 32 minutes. Because Athens, I'm not like too far from Athens, Ohio. So that's very interesting. Very interesting. Very sad. Okay. Wow. So yeah, he drove quite the ways. Now we're going to listen to 911 call. So the practice says that Spencer was very, very punctual, and he looks like a punctual guy if you ask me. Right? Yeah, that's up to 3 hours a day commuting. Yes. Yeah. He would have to wake up early. So, well, let's, what time does a dentist, let's check their hours. How about that? Let's just check their hours. And what time do they normally open? Athens. Okay, so they open up Mondays at 9 a.m. The rest of the days, they open up at 8 a.m. Obviously, they're closed during the weekend. Right? Okay. Thank you so much, honey. So he's got to be up. If he's supposed to be there at 8, he's going to have to leave at 6:45. That's pretty early, right? Pretty early, and he's going to have to get up probably he'll probably get up an hour before. The call was made at 9:03 a.m. from the office. Yes. Okay, let's listen to this.
Friend wasn't answering his phone. Our friend wasn't answering his phone. We just did a wellness check. We just came here, and he appears dead. He's laying next to his bed, off of his bed, and there's blood.
Police in Columbus, Ohio, are searching for a suspect after a dentist and his wife were found dead inside their home with gunshot wounds. Police say the couple's 2 small children were also inside the home, but were not harmed. Coworkers of Spencer Tepe called police for a welfare check after he didn't show up for work on Tuesday.
He is always on time, and he would contact us if there was any issues whatsoever. We're very, very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
The first officer who arrived got no answer when he knocked on the door, according to WSYX, citing police reports. But the coworkers called 911 again after going to the home themselves.
Yeah, no answer. I can hear kids inside, and I swear I think I heard one yell, but we can't get in.
There's a body. There's a body.
There's a body inside?
Yeah.
Investigators said they did not find any signs of forced entry, and no firearm was found at the scene. Police have not released any details about a possible suspect or motive and are asking the public for any information on the case.
Okay. So one thing, see, again, the I think that was his boss that originally called. And his boss, according to the 911 transcript audio in the news reporting by ABC, the owner of Athens Dental Depot, where Spencer worked, told dispatchers, "I'm on vacation, but this individual, Spencer, works with me. He did not show up to work this morning, and we cannot get a hold of him or his family." He added that that Spencer was always reliable and always on time, and the lack of contact was very out of character, right? And this also aligns with what the other colleagues said and family members said, that him missing work was very, very unusual, and that was cause to set a welfare check, right? According to the okay, so there's that. My room is in the basement and is so quiet. Well, I don't think their bedroom wasn't in the basement, from what I understand. That's a good point as well. If there's a clinic meeting in the morning to go over the schedule, typically. Yep, yep. She was married before. Mhm. Yes, absolutely. Okay, someone supposedly sent me something. Okay, these two screenshots are from brother-in-law. Okay, cool. All right. This is again, I'm just going to say allegedly from the brother-in-law. This is correct. Spencer was my brother-in-law. My wife and I would stay at their place at least once a month. Never felt unsafe. While we don't have much information right now, everything we do know points to a calculated and premeditated murder by a person who knew what they were doing. Nothing was stolen, nothing was out of place, and there was no sign of a break in. This clearly wasn't committed by your average street criminal. This suggests, obviously, planning, right? Yeah, I think I did show these the other day. Maybe I didn't see this one though. How awful. Did the children hear anything or sleep through it? And this person says, I'm not able to talk much about it, but from what we know, the kids slept through it and were unaware of what happened. They are currently safe and in good hands. Right. And this is from 2 to 5 a.m. Again, if what is being said is true, if this happened from 2 to 5 a.m. and allegedly this person who committed this heinous act locked the bedroom door so the kids could not go in there, right? They have definitely thought this out. Definitely thought this out. Every step, right? Don't know if he had any business partners. From um, what I see, there was just, I could be wrong, but the pictures and stuff, let me look at something. Ooh, okay, the website's down. Yep. The website's down probably for a reason, I would say. Yeah, they've taken the website down. Probably for a while, but this to me it only seems like there was maybe 2 dentists with including him. It looked to be him and another dentist, and that's it. To me, it looks about it. I know, Melissa, a lot of cameras sounding very clean. Yeah, they are. He said he was involved with Big Brother. He was, yes, that is true. He was involved in like a Big Brother program. So there's that. Clearly loved, clearly a loved individual, even at his work. You know, he's got like 12 balloons. This was like 3 weeks ago. Okay, so let me get to something here. I want to read this. Because this is, ooh, I'm getting some more information in, I think. Okay, what's this? 240 timestamp. Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Credit goes to our friends at Law and Crime. Let me drop their link.
Police are telling us from the phone calls that came in on December 30th.
Columbus Police, Tech 107.
Yes, I would like to ask for a wellness check on an individual at their home.
So police first received a call from Dr. Tepe's dental office, and that's because Spencer didn't show up for work.
This individual, Spencer, works with me, and he did not show up to work this morning, and we cannot get a hold of him or his family.
Okay. Does he say this individual, Spencer, works with me and he did not show up to work?
And we cannot get a hold of him or his family.
And we cannot get a hold of him or his family.
He didn't show up to work?
Correct.
Okay. Does he have medical problems or?
No, and he's been reliable, and we cannot get in touch with him, his wife, his family, anybody that lives in that house.
Okay. So
There's
you're
2
in
kids in the
Florida.
home. I'm in Florida. I own the business. I was informed by.
I'm in Florida. I own the business. Okay. I was informed by
my employees that he was not at work.
my employees.
And he runs the office.
That call was made around 9 o'clock in the morning. His boss says that he's on vacation in Florida, but he was receiving phone calls from their office because people didn't see Spencer show up and they were very concerned about him.
Have you guys received anything else, like calls about him or like a car accident or anything like that?
Concerned about their office because people didn't see Spencer show up and they were very concerned about him.
Have you guys received anything else, like calls about him or like a car accident or anything like that?
No, sometimes people just don't show up to work. I mean, maybe he's sick, I don't know.
So as much as
No,
the
not
dispatcher
true.
says it is common for people just to not show up for work, maybe oversleep, maybe they're sick, Spencer's boss is really adamant that something could be wrong with Spencer because it's just something that he wouldn't do, not show up for work.
I just know that he is the most, he is always on time, and he would contact us if there was any issues whatsoever. And I just don't know how else to say this. We're very, very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch.
1 second, let's go back.
Whatsoever, that he is the most, he is always on time, and he would contact us if there was any issues whatsoever. And I just don't know how else to say this. We're very, very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
So about 20 minutes later, at 9:22 in the morning on December 30th, a police officer goes to Spencer and Monique's house, but there was no answer at the couple's home. Concerned friends then go to the couple's house to see for themselves.
Some of
And
these
they
911
say
operators are
that
just
they heard the
assholes.
Tepe's children inside the home. So this is a call that came in around 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, what's the emergency there? Police or medical?
Maybe both, I guess. I don't know. I'm
It
kind of
looks
doing
like
the
we already
wellness.
had a call out there. They knocked on the front door and back door multiple times, and there was no answer.
Yeah, no answer. I can hear kids inside, and I swear I think I heard one yell, but we can't get in. At this point, I don't know if I need to break the door.
I mean, did the police officer not check to see if... Did he not hear kids?
Or in, or
Poor
get
babies.
in the house, or what? So
Okay, were you out there when the police was out there?
I wasn't. I just got here about 5 minutes ago.
Okay, all right, well, we'll send them back out to you.
Then another call comes in to dispatch. This one is from someone who Spencer works with.
Our boss did not report to work. We haven't been able to get a hold of him for 3 hours. We are on site and we can hear.
Okay,
kids
I
inside.
just talked to somebody there.
Okay, I'm just making sure somebody called.
What a bitch. What a bitch, this 911. We just talked to somebody there. Well, motherfucker, there's kids screaming. How about that? Sorry, I get angry. I got to know it. Children saved equals known perp, in my humble opinion. Yes. Yep. Thank you so much. I got to know it. Appreciate you very, very much, my friend. And thank you for another podcast. Thank you so much, lovely. Peace. Thank you very much. Some of these, telling you, man.
Then about 5 minutes later, another phone call. But this one is where the story goes from concern for a person who didn't show up for work to a terrifying discovery.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
1411 North 4th.
Okay, 1411 North 4th. We've got several calls on that. What's changed since the last person I talked to?
There's a body. There's
There's a body inside?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get you on the line with the medic, okay? Stay on the line.
As the caller waits, you can hear what sounds like small children in the background. And that just shatters your heart when you hear this story, because the Tepe's children were found inside the house.
You can hear, did you hear the babies in the background screaming or crying? Those poor kids. They're babies. They're babies.
The good news, if there is any good news in a story like this, it's that the kids were unharmed, but people could hear them potentially crying inside the house as they waited for officers to arrive.
There's a body. Our friend wasn't answering his phone. We just did a wellness check. We just came here, and he appears dead. There's blood. He's laying next to his bed, off of his bed, and there's blood. I think.
He's laying next to his bed, off of his bed, and there's blood. So he was shot several times. Monique, she was not.
Closer to see more than that.
Okay, so you can tell he's obviously not breathing or anything.
She was just shot, I think, once.
Kind of like
It doesn't. It's cuddled. I can't look.
What did they say there? Hold on.
Blood. I can't get closer to see more than that.
I can't get closer to see more than that.
Yeah.
Can you tell me he's obviously not breathing or anything? Yes, yes. Is it like, what does he say?
Yeah.
Oh, kind of like. Okay, kind of like.
It doesn't. It's cuddled. I can't look. Like yesterday, I suppose. Yeah.
How old is he?
37.
Is he like a drug user or anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right. Just that's a real young age.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a real young age. Yeah. Fucking blood everywhere. It is a 2-story house, and then it's a finished basement too. It's a 3, if you count the basement as well. It's a 3-story house if you count the basement. So were they sleeping down in the basement? Is that where they slept? Or was their bedroom on the first floor? We can look through those photos again. Outside of the office hours and the patient unalived. Yeah, I was thinking maybe he climbed up there or something, but that's master was first floors. Yeah, I didn't think they was staying in the basement part.
All right, we're on our way.
So that concerned friend says that they saw Spencer's body inside the home.
Caller saying they can hear kids inside. Thought you heard one of them yelling. Now we're getting another call saying there's a body inside. S3 even copy.
Who's saying there's a body inside?
We also have recordings of police putting out the word on dispatch that they are going to need to get units to get to this house.
Somebody's telling CFD that he's laying next to the bed and there's blood laying next to him.
And when police went inside the home, they found Spencer dead, as well as his wife. WSYX TV says that Dr. Tepe was shot multiple times and Monique had at least one gunshot wound to the chest. Now, police do not have the murder weapon at this point. They do not believe that this is a murder-suicide. They believe that someone came into this house and fired those rounds. It is believed, just based off of the 911 calls, that Spencer was found dead in his bed. Yeah. We didn't hear anything as far as where Monique was potentially found.
Well, I mean, at 2 to 5 a.m., right? 2 to 5 a.m. Again, it's the time that you are least alarmed, right? It's when most people are sleeping. And let's see here. He gets there at work at 8:45. He's got to leave 7:45. Well, no, it opens at 8 most days. It opens at 8 most days. So 7:45, 7:30. He's got to leave at least by 7:30, latest, which means he probably gets up an hour prior to that. 6:45, or sorry, 7:30, 6:30. Well, the hours, it says Monday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Tuesday, 8 to 4, Wednesday, 8 to 4, Thursday, 8 to 4, Friday, 8 to 3, Saturday, Sunday closed. Look. These are the hours. Monday is the only day that they open later. She might have been up dealing with the baby. Maybe. Mhm. What day was it? Let's see here. Let's go back. 2025 December. This happened on what? December 30th or December 31st? I can't remember. December 30th. Okay. So December 30th. That was on a Tuesday. That was on a Tuesday. So if someone was there like at 5 a.m., he would be getting up pretty soon. I would, but within an hour, I would think. Okay, look at this. Let's go back to the home. The home is right here. Right there. Okay. Let's go back. It's a beautiful home. This is it's a brand new home. Can I? There we go. Make this big for you guys. Okay. I think there's like 3 or 4 of these. It was just built. And remember, they had their wedding here. Living room, kitchen, open floor plan. Okay. This is the entrance to the home. This is the main entrance to the home. Okay, Linda. Got Jenny. Oh, that's interesting. Someone just texted me and said that they may have been allegedly sleeping separate, which is not uncommon. Let's be real, especially if there's little ones, right? If you got little ones and your husband's got to be up or your wife's got to be up the next day, they have a really important job. Um, yes. And Deborah, I can tell you something. It happens, and so does affairs. A lot of people sleeping with each other. Yep. Trust me, I know. Yep. So this is the main entrance. This, to me, it looks like a Vivid lock or like a Simply Safe. Oh shit, y'all aren't even seeing it here. Like a Simply Safe lock as well. Yeah, lots of drama. There's always drama. There's always drama. My parents married 45 years, slept separate. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, and this goes upstairs. This goes down to the basement. This is another This is really just looks. There's a bar there. There's really no entrance. I mean, you could, get in there, but it's not the way you're gonna, do it. It's mainly just to open up and air the house out. Kitchen, 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 bathroom, 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 bedroom, bedroom. This is obviously upstairs. I don't know if this is upstairs or downstairs. This looks like it's upstairs, doesn't it? Because it looks like it's going downstairs. Bedroom. This is another bedroom. I don't know if it's 3 or 4 bedroom house. They all kind of look the same. Closet. This is what I'm assuming is the master bedroom. Four bedroom, 3.5 bath. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you the basement. The basement's like this is the master bedroom or bathroom rather. Okay, now look at this. Let me make this bigger. Because this has me a little confused. Oh. When we look outside and you can see down, look at there. That's a bedroom. There's a bedroom down there. Look at this. Yes, that's a basement, but remember when we're out there and you can see down here, I thought it kind of looks like a door, but it's a window. We knew it was a window, but that's a bedroom. There's a bedroom down there. I do too. A window well. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Lakeside. Yes. Yep, that's how we saw them. That makes sense. Yep. This makes sense. And if you think about it as well, like guys will normally take the basement. It's more like their man cave or their man den or whatever you want to call it, right? So that makes a lot of sense. If you ask me, I need to take this low and crime off. That makes a lot more sense, in my opinion, right there. Oh God. I wonder if he had fucking curtains on there. Holy shit. Wonder if he had curtains on there, guys. Because look at there. Someone could see you either way right there, which is really creepy. Were both doors locked? I assumed that they were. All right, let's go to this one second. Very easy, could see you. Okay, this is same bedroom downstairs. Here you go. You could also, I mean, if this was, they used it as a bedroom, this is a different room downstairs. What do you mean go to Google Earth Maps? I'm going to show you the backyard in a minute. The backyard is fenced in completely, yes. What's that, Nancy? If he saw him laying on the floor, he confronted the cure. Well, there had to be, I mean, he had to be able to see through the blinds if that was the case. I mean, most people don't put blinds up here. You know, this is, you know, okay. So you come downstairs, you got this room right here, and then you have a bedroom right there. This is the back of the house, and there's that window in this room right here. There's a window right there, the window well. And then over on that side, there's another window down here in this room. And that looks to be a bathroom. Makes sense now. That makes sense. Here you go. So again, this is the backyard. It is completely fenced in. Either the person had to come out front and come through here and go through the back door, right? Now, what's very interesting to me is if they slept separate and if they slept separate, you can, like, if he's downstairs, a pew pew is going to wake you up in the house. It's going to make your fucking ears ring. I don't care if it's downstairs, upstairs, in the middle. It is going to make your ears ring. It's going to wake another person up in a bedroom. It's going to wake you up. It's going to smell. I don't care even if it's, I mean, silencers are still loud. They're still loud. And I haven't seen, has anyone seen that there was a silencer used? A neighbor said that there was a thud. I haven't seen a silencer used either. They dampen the sound. Now there is really, really good silencers, but yeah, I haven't heard anything about a silencer either. Thank you so much, Jan. Appreciate you. 3 months, girl. Good to see you. How many people trying to find out what is going on? Like, the police has been largely silent on this, Jan. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. 3 months, girl. Appreciate your support. What about the entrance to the basement? Just, there is no entrance to the basement. No entrance to the basement. That is a window well that we was just looking at. When we was down in the bedroom basement just a second ago, this is a window. This is a window. Right? He had to be in this room. Had to be in this room. They wouldn't be able to see in any other room. Unless the neighbors gave him a ladder or something. But again, this is all fenced in. There's openings, yes, but then when you go here, this is the other side. You go here. This, I don't know if it's a storage area or a garage, and they can walk through here to their house. I mean, someone could technically jump the fence, but you're probably You might have to, I don't know if you have to walk through other people's yards or not. You know what I mean? Could be door on side. Mine was. Side of what? Side of the house? Mm-mm. There's only there's this entrance, and there's one in the back door entrance. Those are the only entrances. This, and this is not really an entrance. There's a bar there. You could consider that an entrance as well. And you can see on the sides of the house, there's none. Right. Now, if you see here, like in these other houses, right, you can see the windows. There is windows right down through here. They have 2 kids. 2 little ones. I think they walked there. They did not park their car where the cameras were. I think they parked perhaps down the road. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely parked probably down the road, right? Let's look at some of the psychology of what these people, whoever this person may have been like, right? So, what profilers are going to look at, which yeah, obviously it varies, but in a double homicide, hold on, I'm getting some more messages. They're going to look at, if what they call this was, what is this? There is an alley behind the garage, in my opinion. Why LE requesting video from the block? Okay. Give me 1 second. The one states, friend peered through the window. Spencer and Monique, a dentist, his wife was found. Let's look at this. I'm gonna go to this real quick. Okay, 1 second here. Okay. This is a routine morning turns tragic. The horror began to unfold when Dr. Spencer Tepe failed to show up for work at the Athens Dental Depot, where he practiced dentistry. His colleague, Dr. Mark Valrose, grew increasingly concerned when Spencer did not call to explain his absence, a behavior completely out of character for the punctual and responsible dentist. Quote, he always was on time, and he would contact us if there was any issues, Dr. Valrose told the dispatcher at 9:03 a.m. So at 9:03, think about this. At 9:03 in the morning, that means he was probably an hour late. That tells me he was most likely always there by 8 o'clock, in my opinion, or 7:45, actually, at least 7:45, because it opens at 8 o'clock. And probably, even someone that's normally on time, if they're like 15 minutes late, you're not really, you know, traffic or whatever. But an hour and you're not getting a hold and your patients start rolling in, right? Your patients are there. You got money to make. You got to, do these fillings, cleanings, whatever the hell you're doing that day. You're going to start calling because you're going to need to know what the hell's going on. Right. So I can understand them calling really quickly. Yes. Every day else is 8 o'clock. Mondays, they only open at 9. And this was the Tuesday. They start taking patients at 8 o'clock. Right. So, okay. I don't know how else to say this, but we are very, very concerned. This is out of character for him, and we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning, right? I mean, when you can't get a hold of him and then you can't get a hold of his wife, something's up. Okay. Columbus police officers initially responded to a welfare check at 9:22 a.m., but left after receiving no answer at the door. About 40 minutes later, the situation escalated when friends arrived at the North 4th Street home. One friend reported hearing children crying, while others peered through a window and spotted Spencer's body lying next to the bed. When officers finally gained entry to the home, they discovered the couple had been shot to death. Spencer had sustained multiple unshot wounds, while Monique had been shot at least once in the chest. The two young children were found physically unharmed, but undoubtedly traumatized by the horrific scene that they have witnessed or heard. What makes this case particularly puzzling is the apparent lack of forced entry and the absence of any weapon at the scene. Columbus police quickly ruled out a murder suicide, suicide, can't say it on here, but have released few details about potential suspects or motives. Quote, we are heartbroken beyond words, quote, end quote, said Rob Mesla, Monique's brother, in a family statement. While no outcome can ever undo this loss, our family is committed to seeing this tragedy fully and fairly brought to justice and to honoring Spencer and Monique by protecting the future of their children they love so deeply, end quote. The family were described by friends and other family as a quintessential loving couple who had built their lives around their children community. Spencer, a graduate of the Ohio State University and a member of the American Dental Association, was fluent in Spanish and deeply committed to serving others through organizations like Big Brothers Big Sisters. Spencer was intelligent, warm, endlessly welcoming, uh, remembered. He lived his life with energy, laughter, and generosity. Monique had her background in childhood education, was remembered as a loving patient and joyful mother whose warmth defined her. She was an excellent baker and thoughtful planner who found joy in bringing people together. You never saw them without a smile on their face, her brother wrote. Their place in Columbus was just where everybody gathered. They always had people over, always having fun, just great people. Columbus police have been tight-lipped about the investigation, but have appealed to the public for information. Investigators are specifically seeking video footage, photographs, and digital evidence between the time of now. It was 9 a.m. Or like midnight to 9 a.m. Now it is 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. On December 30th, covering a large area, including the Summit Green, North Grant Avenue, and 7th Avenue and East 11th Avenue. Um, One second. This one states friends peered through a window. Mhm. This one says children were found in a separate room than their parents. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find this. So they're saying two different things here. Oh, this is interesting. This is some new interesting. They found a shell casing. The couple's two young children, 4-year-old girl and 1-year-old boy, were found alive and unharmed. Okay, we know that. But according to authorities, 3 9mm shell casings were found inside the home, but no GUN was recovered. You are okay. I think like you're kind of dumb if you left shell casings. You're kind of dumb. You know what I mean? But they're going to, they're obviously going to do an autopsy on both of them. Again, enraged woman, in my opinion. Oh, I mean, women can do things like that, but women are much less likely to break in a house and commit a double homicide. It's most likely a man. Can it be a woman? Absolutely. They do. But this tells me, in my opinion, most likely the person was more angry at Spencer. Or an ex-boyfriend. Or an ex-husband. Most of them don't. Not the good ones. I mean, you found 3 shell casings, and they're going to get those bullets out of them during the autopsy. And they find the smoking gun. You are fucked. And I hope they are fucked. Very interesting. Columbus police said there were no obvious signs of forced entry, but they do not believe this was a murder-suicide and are treating this case like a double homicide. Hmm. Trying to see if there's anything else here. That's crazy. That's just absolutely crazy. Okay. But yeah, he was shot several times. No forced entry, weapon removed, children unharmed. It leads more toward a controlled a controlled, very much planned. But this is the thing. When people commit these unalivings, it never goes as planned. Just straight out. It's never going to go like you think it's going to go. Ever. And like, for instance, Brian Koberger, he thought he was, smart and untouchable and all of this stuff. He left the damn knife sheath because regardless, you have adrenaline pumping through your body. Adrenaline, no matter what. So you're extra shaky. You don't think as good when you have the adrenaline pumping through your body and you're on guard. I mean, you're walking in a house and you got to be quiet, right? But then after, again, if they're in two different bedrooms, this unaliver has to quickly unalive one, and then he's going to have to go wherever the next bedroom is, unalive that person. What did Drag Bro say? After divorce in Ohio, RO is standard practice. Really? I am very interested in her exes, ex-husbands, ex-boyfriends, all of that. I'm very interested in that. Tesla data be interesting. What do you mean, Misty? All of them. I don't think the locks can be hacked or anything like that. Oh, Misty, they're talking about the dentist that was and his wife that was murdered in Ohio. They have a 3-hour window now from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Her ex-husband married a man after. You're fucking kidding me. Really? Justin apparently an ex in military, according to Post. What? Hmm. Okay. That's crazy. Okay. Let me see here. I want to show you this. Now, the neighbor or some of the locals there said it's a, it's a kind of a mixed bag, the neighborhood. They're trying to make it better by, putting some new things in the area, all of that. Ooh, what's this? Okay. Okay, we're going to go to this now. Oh, this was just a little bit ago. I have not seen this yet. Guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it.
To follow a double murder in Columbus that has captured national attention. A well-known dentist and his wife were found shot to death inside their upscale home while their two young children were still inside. Tonight, a family member is speaking out about their heartbreak and the growing mystery. Natalie Clydesdale is in the newsroom now with what he had to say and the latest on the investigation. Natalie.
Good evening, Lena. Well, understandably, the family member says he's still in shock and angry about what happened. Now, for background, police were called to the couple's home on Tuesday after friends and coworkers reported they had not heard from them. Officers later found Spencer and Monique Tepe shot to death inside the home. Columbus police say there were no obvious signs of forced entry and no.
I think there will be an arrest on this any day. I really do. Okay, so look here. You see right here, let me make this as big as I can. 1 second. Look at this right here. Okay. If you look, there's a window here. And to me, it does look like there's, I don't know if that's a wall or not. And I think there's another window on the other side. There's one definitely on the other side, all the way down. But you can't, you couldn't get to these windows. So he had to be down in that basement. He had to be down in that basement bedroom.
Firearm was found at the scene. The couple's two young children, just 1 and 4 years old, were also inside the home and were not hurt. A relative says those children were the center of Spencer and Monique's world. Now, as investigators work to find answers, the family is focused on honoring their lives.
All them without a smile on their face. They were so warm. Their place in Columbus was just where everybody gathered. They always had people over, always having fun. Just great people. They're just amazing parents, and their kids are beautiful. But they did such a great job, and you know we have a huge community that now will obviously step in and help raise these children.
Investigators have not publicly named any suspects, and Columbus police say they have ruled out a murder-suicide and are treating this case as a homicide. Lena will continue to keep an eye on this.
All right, Natalie Clydesdale in the newsroom. Thank you.
Well, okay. So there's this as well. I mean, likely she was in another bedroom, right? Because she's got young kids. But also think about the Koberger case. How Xana and I think it was Ethan, they were, I think what is on the second floor, and one of them tried to get out of the bedroom, right? They could have both been down there, and one could have tried to get out of the bedroom and been found like in the other room or something. You just couldn't see him as well, but probably in a different bedroom. I know, Brandy. Oh, we got a new member. Run the world. Who runs the world? Thank you so much, my dear. Ooh, it's freezing. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you. Really do appreciate you, my love. Y'all welcome. Run the world. Yeah, because those windows are high. They're very high. Okay.
The Tepe story has gained.
Okay, we've all seen that one already. Trying to see if the police left the scene minutes before two bodies. This is a very, very interesting case. Okay. If we look at this, I mean, look, I think they came through the back. I really do. Let's go to Google Earth and let's see the back street here. Because that's going to be very interesting. It doesn't show an updated, home though. What street are they looking on again? I mean, the cameras are right there. Right there. Oh, crap. Okay, here they go. Here we go. All right, so here's the home. Right, here's the home. Here's their garage. Let me make this as big as I can. This is their garage. Let's go. Oops. Which way? Why is my computer like... Okay. Oh, that's why. Maybe. Hold on, guys. I don't know what the hell's wrong with my computer right now. Let me just exit out some of this stuff. Okay. Okay. So, yep. Yep. They absolutely did. They absolutely came back through here, and I bet you jumped over here. Right there. What the hell is wrong with this thing? Because here is their home. Right here. That's their home. This is that, and then this is their garage. Why won't this motherfucker work? This is very annoying right now. I can't turn it. Let me refresh this. Okay. There we go. Thank God. Okay. Here we go. Oops, not that far down. Well, sorry. I'm not like the best at this one. All right, here we go. We're going to go back here. This is the backyard. Okay. Oh, this is where they put out their trash and stuff. Okay. Yep. And this is the house. They got a lot of stuff out here. You can see, when was this taken? 9/1/23. Okay, so it's been a minute. But in my opinion, it appears that I think someone jumped over this fence. Don't you guys? Yeah, I mean, if there's... This is the thing. If law enforcement doesn't see anything wrong, right? If they don't see any broken doors, broken glass, if they don't hear anything, they can't go in. You can't just go in. You got to have reasonable, articulable suspicion. Or was waiting for them. No, I don't think anybody was waiting for them because it happened in the 3 to 6 a.m. Right? It happened in the 3 to 6 a.m. See what I mean right here? Like, I mean, they could have came, you know, through the gate and then around. They've got like a, an outdoor little cabana thingy here where they can, entertain and stuff. But I mean, the other people, they had to, I mean, the people that came there, they had to come through this and obviously go around and check. For sure. I wonder if there's any sort of gate right there. It doesn't appear to be, but you just never know. You just never know. This is definitely a trash day. They're working on something here during that time. And see, they were building all kinds of new houses through here. If we do it like this, I don't think they show a. See, if we do it like here, there's nothing there. Or there's one house, I guess, right here. This was probably the first one built. I see we're doing them in different waves. Very sad. Okay. Thoughts? Okay. In my opinion, boss knows more. Really? Nothing taken, nothing out of place. This was a deliberate and targeted unaliving in my. Oh, definitely. I agree. I don't think this was a stranger break in. Hell to the no. Hell no, this wasn't a stranger break in. Someone wanted them gone. Who was it? Money, love, something. Something. I don't know. You never know. People can have affairs. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. So the locked door, did they lock 2 rooms so the kids couldn't get in? That's a good question. Okay. Oh, someone sent me something. Okay, interesting. Okay, look at this. Thank you for sending me this. All right, this states. So scary. I live a few doors down. The initial report on the Citizens app was someone yelling inside a residence. It was later changed to 2 bodies discovered and the children inside the home. Okay, so I think that was probably children screaming inside. It's an area with lots of foot and vehicle traffic all hours of the day and night and a lot of noise. There are also a lot of low income and student apartments in the area. So many people may not have cameras. Praying to find the suspect and get justice. Also praying for the kids that may have witnessed their parents unaliving and had to sit with their bodies for not knowing how long before they were found. Yeah, well, hope from what we understand that the bedroom doors were allegedly locked. Um, so I just hope that's the case. Okay. Ooh, hold on. All right, everything I say is alleged, and I'm not blaming anybody. I want to make that sure. Form your own opinion, do your own research. Everyone is innocent unless and until proven guilty. We are not making assumptions or anything, what I'm about to say. Someone just sent this to me. There has been some speculation and discussion about Monique's ex husband. We'll call him Mike. Military and restraining order. Some Redditors suggest that he was military and that Monique had a restraining order against him. Quote, there were comments in another post that said he was military and that he remarried a month later after he separated from Monique and then divorced again. Other commenters indicated that he was a vascular surgeon and that the restraining order was mutual. It was a restraining order on each other. He's a vascular surgeon. Don't think it was him, someone said. Mm. Maybe husband was cheating with another man. Let me tell you something. I've seen it. I've seen it happen many times, my child. Many times. I'm just going to tell you that. You'd be surprised, okay? You'd be surprised. You never know. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like an old person like that. Boy, in my time, children. Their divorce was uncontested. Yeah. If it was mutual, they wouldn't need a restraining order. Perhaps. Perhaps. Okay, let's continue, I guess. Shall we? Let me see here. Ooh, what's this? Y'all little sleuthy sleuths up in here. Y'all are all up into this case. And it continues. Custody issues? No, that she doesn't have any other kids. What is all the ex-husband stuff on here? I haven't seen anything about anywhere else. It's speculation and could be nothing, but TikTok and Reddit have been digging deep into the ex-husband. Guess what? Tonight, children, I have some business to do. I need to call my PI, honey. Say, call me. Restraining orders are usually good for a year. Mm-hmm. 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 Been digging deep into the ex-husband. She had a restraining order on him, court, and this is what this person alleges. Let me just show you this, that I am not saying this on myself. I am reading. Allison, you're funny. She had a restraining order on him. Court records also show something about a DV shelter after the divorce. Holidays, apparently. I seen this in a comment against could be nothing. They were unalived on their anniversary date? Question mark. No, they were not unalived on their anniversary date. That's completely wrong. Nope. Oh, well, I can tell you. These two were almost ready to be 5 years of marriage, but they weren't unalived on their anniversary date. Now, maybe with her ex or something. That could be, but I don't, yeah. I'm gonna have my PI. Hopefully they'll give me the report by in the morning. I get the comprehensive reports that only law enforcement or private investigators get. So I'll be able to tell you everywhere they lived, who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love me. Yeah, all of that. All of it. Henny. Okay, let's see what else. Hmm. What's this? Okay. I just realized that oh wow. So one of my subscribers in here, I'm not going to show this picture because they didn't say I could or anything, but um one of my subscribers here just texted me and she said, I just realized that I coached Spencer's sister, Maggie. She cheered for her. She just graduated law school in October of 2025. This is the most current pic I see of the siblings. Wow. Look under her ex. I don't know. I don't know. You know how like a lot of times like if there's an ex involved or whatever, they will be more mad at not their their the one that they want, but they're more mad at the other guy or the other gal. That's always been weird to me. Like I'm gonna be mad at you, mother chicken, because you're the one doing it. But he's got more pew pew wounds. And that can only mean two things. Either he was harder to take down, or he hated him more. Oh, it was absolutely personal. The ex married a man who owned several LLCs cleaning services allegedly. Hmm. This is someone very close. It wouldn't surprise me even if that person was at their wedding. Might have been in a rage, wasn't concerned about cameras, about shell casings. So it says he was shot several times and she was shot at least once in the chest, right? Now they found 3 shell casings. The more times you shoot, the louder it's going to be, right? It's also overkill, which means there is a lot of emotion, a lot, it's you just don't stop. Um they knew where they knew where he was sleeping. Oh yeah. It's very very weird. Mm. Okay. Let me check something. Oh, give me a second, guys. I'm trying to see if there's something new here. This is really weird. Really, really weird. Police requested photos. Okay, we got that. Albert said police had not located a. Let's see when this was. Yeah, something's weird. This is going to be it's going to be someone in their. I think this is someone that is really close to it's either a business associate or someone like that's been romantic or something like that, right? Um I don't think, I mean, this person may not be, because you can be intelligent. You can be intelligent, but even doctors, attorneys, any of this, and I can tell you just from things in my life, when when it comes to love, psychologists, anything, uh, they are not rational in their own lives. They're not rational, especially with love. They are not rational. They know these things, but they're just as emotional as you and I behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So, some are more. Leaving shell casing sounds like I wonder about that. You know, did someone perhaps, did they open up their home to someone? Remember, they said they were always inviting people over. I think he had an affair and told someone he was leaving his wife by the end of the year, maybe. Totally different than at work and very much just another, yeah. She crawled through window? What are you talking about, Misty? Could someone be spending the night? I don't think so. I don't think there was anyone spending the night there that night. Just my opinion, though. I don't see that happening that night. I think they would have probably said something, right? I think this is a goal oriented, though. Someone wanted this. It's the feeling I get. But I tell you something, they're going to be looking at initially everyone around them. Everyone around them. They're going to be, if anyone changed their behavior, right? Anyone taking new routes? Are they, where they were at specific times and all that stuff? Was there any They're going to be looking at the days before, weeks, even months. Behavior before, and they're going to look at the behavior of both the adults in the house. They're going to be looking at their phones, all that. Yeah, this is very goal oriented. Um, access without forced violence, evidence removed. Did they remove? They didn't remove anything, I don't think. But I can tell you, almost always, they insert themselves in some way afterward. Oh my God, for instance, just an example. Oh my God, my ex-wife got her and her husband, that kind of thing. Co-workers, anything like that. They a lot of times drive by the scene or whatever, right? They'll be at memorials, vigils, funerals, always someone there. They will actually, law enforcement will actually search, if they think that someone is being suspect or whatever, they get certain warrants, they will check what they're reading. Someone who is obsessively searching over these stories as well. Things like that. Sometimes they try to be, over helpful or whatever as well. They always talk to someone though. Eventually. Always. Even if it's like they'll talk in hypotheticals, let's say I, I went in a house one morning and from 3 a.m. and shot someone up kind of thing. Whether they're drunk or whatever, it always comes out. But one thing is, if they need to find this weapon. And this weapon is probably thrown away. This was my brother-in-law and wife. We don't need too much information other than it appears to be a target attack, not a random break. Yep. Yep, that's what they said. Thank you, Oki. Thank you, love. Good to see you. And another thing is, did they recently buy a pew pew within the last usually 3 months? Usually it's a 3-month window. They will buy a pew pew within 3 months of them committing the MURDER. That's generally. Unless they are like GUN enthusiasts already. Right. But many people, they will buy the pew pew specifically for that event. But how they get it is very important as well, right? If they get something off the street or something, it's harder to track. Yep. Yep. That's what we read. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 Let's see here. Most people dump their pews and stuff really close to the home, where they live. But I mean, this is Columbus. There's cameras everywhere. Yes, the first person was the boss. Okay, so I would assume, and this is something very interesting as well, Nancy. And the boss was the first person to call 911. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. However, I would want to know, did receptionists and other people start calling Spencer's number first? I would want to know that. Most likely. Most likely. I would want to know, did all these people, the receptionist or whoever, did they start calling Spencer and being like, hey, where are you at? And then trying to call his wife and be like, hey, where are you at? Or did, the receptionist just call her boss or whatever? Oh, yeah, Tina. From the owner said he was in Florida, correct? Very possible, Jolly. He was the only dentist on that day. Yeah, because if, like I said, you're late, you got patients rolling in, you gotta get it going. Yeah, yeah. The dog is safe. Was the dog in a crate? Was the dog in a room? It's a golden doodle. They would normally, Deborah. Normally. Well, I mean, the receptionist, from what I understand, did call the boss, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a, let's see here. 1 second. All right, someone just sent me something. Let me share this. This is a really dark case. You can feel the evil around it. You can really feel the evil around it.
Suspicion starting early Tuesday morning after Dr. Spencer Tepe didn't show up at the dentist office where he worked. The Athens Dental Depot opening at 8 a.m. The first call to Columbus police went out at 9:03.
This individual, Spencer, works with me, and he did not show up to work this morning, and we cannot get a hold of him or his family.
The owner of Athens Dental Depot knowing something was wrong.
Like, he is always on time, and he would contact us if there was any issues whatsoever. And he I just don't know how else to say this. Like, we're very, very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
At 9:22 a.m., an officer arrives at the home, reported no one answered. Several employees of Dr. Tepe continue driving to the house to check on him. At 9:57 a.m., a friend asked for police to return because he could hear children inside of the home. At 10:05 a.m., a frantic call to police saying he could see Spencer's body inside, laying next to a bed. Police soon returned, finding Spencer and his wife Monique dead and 2 children who were unharmed. New records released Wednesday reveal Spencer was shot multiple times. Monique was shot at least once in the chest. The Tepe family shared the couple's 2021 wedding video with ABC6 and Fox 28, showcasing one of the happiest days of their lives.
Mr. and Mrs. Tepe.
Exchanging vows inside of their North 4th Street home. They were just a month away from their 5-year anniversary. A small memorial starting outside of the home as investigators confirm 2 children were found unharmed inside. It is unclear just how long those children were inside of the home with their deceased parents. Those who worked with Spencer at the Athens Depot are remembering him. On Facebook, they posted about celebrating his birthday just weeks ago on December 9th. We also talked with Dr. Mark Valrose, who owns the practice. He tells me, quote, "We are deeply saddened by the sudden passing of our colleague and friend, Dr. Spencer Tepe. Our heartfelt condolences are with his family and loved ones during this difficult time. We appreciate the community's thoughts and prayers." On your side in Wineland Park, Aaron Simonek, ABC6 and Fox 28 News.
On your side, Aaron Park. Thank you, Aaron. Okay. Family reacts. Okay, I gotcha. God, there's a lot of pew-pewings in Ohio right now. My God. I was just looking at there is a lot of MURDERS in Ohio. Damn. That's crazy. All right, y'all. We're going to stay on top of it. I'm going to try to do some digging tonight, some deep old digging for the next little bit. And we might do a live tomorrow on this as well. If not, I will be here, Lord willing, tomorrow. I was wondering how long the children were left without parents caring for them. So I can tell you it could have, the maximum amount would have been 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8 hours. 5 to 8 hours. 5 to 8 hours would have been how long they would have been without parental care. Hold on. Ooh. Yep. A laugh a day. I gotcha. Hold on. Let me look at this. Hey, a laugh a day. Is she still in here? Hold on, let me look at this. Mike. Is a laugh a day still in here? If she is, okay. Do you know what year graduated on that? Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of graduates here. How far? Oh, I found it. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. And this is her ex that is Homo sapien. Didn't witness. Yeah, the children did not see. Okay. The dentist is my cousin. Both he and his wife are always on time, always. It was impressive with the two young kids, but I absolutely believe the owner of the practice would have called after he didn't show up an hour late. The office opens at 8. There are a lot of speculation since this has gained national attention. All I can tell you, it's a punch to the gut every time we open social media and see their pics and yet another story with the same details rehashed in someone's case is not correct information. Investigation is ongoing and details or updates aren't being released to the family or public yet. The children are with family members. Currently, there is no evidence they witnessed anything or saw the bodies. Just to keep our families in your thoughts and prayers, this has left our hearts broken. Save the file. Hey, Walker, good to see you, friend. Did I laugh a day? Okay. That sounds like yeah, they clearly did not want the kids to allegedly see this. Um Interesting. Okay. Yep. Got that one. One second. Okay. Gotcha. Make sure I didn't get any more of those. Okay, guys. I'm going to end it here. We'll Mauricio, thank you so much, darling, for renewing your membership. Love you, darling. Appreciate you, my dear. Sent one more email. Okay. I still didn't get it. I still didn't get it. Still didn't get it. Still didn't get it. God, I got a lot of. Mm-hmm. Okay, got it now. Yep. Okay. Yep. I'll dig in that tonight for sure. Thank you all so much for joining me. I did, Miss Sassy. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you, Justin. It's probably not even an hour and a half away from me. It's 25 minutes here. So we did from his doorstep to the dentist office, and it was a 1 hour and 15 minutes. I think it was 1 hour and 10 minutes. 1 hour and 15 minutes was the shortest. Thank you, Lakeside. Thank you all. It's been a long day. Guys, keep Tiffany in your prayers. I am just sick over what she's going through right now. All right, guys, much love. It's like 75 miles, yeah. One way. Thank you, guys. Much love. Love you too, guys. All right. Y'all take care of yourselves. Be good. Love one another. Time is precious. Good night, everyone. God bless.